In terms of the future markets, then obviously the US is the biggest market considerably. Is there a tendency to be maybe over-reliant on that market, or is it just that there are other markets as well that you see as becoming as significant or largely significant in the future?
I think our philosophy and the strategy that was adopted initially was play to the heartland markets for Jameson in particular, Irish whiskey per se. So yes, we focused on the US, yes, we focused on Ireland, the UK to a degree, Germany and some of the mainland European markets. My challenge now is keep momentum in the US, continue the opportunity that represents, recognizing that we're still relatively underdeveloped in certain states within the US. So, the phenomenon and the growth that we've managed to achieve still has headroom, particularly in states such as Texas or Florida, as we go forward. And then beyond that, clearly the mandate and the challenge that I was given when I was fortuitous enough to get this role was to focus on the globalization opportunity beyond the North American and Western European markets. So we will drive into Africa with a clear focus. We will obviously take very clear steps in Asia, which we are doing, and ultimately Latin America presents an opportunity, albeit maybe further down the continuum of what we need to do. But globalization is very much at the forefront of our philosophy, making sure initially Jameson is physical, represented, and starting to take its rightful place in the drinking repertoire in those parts of the world, and then obviously leveraging the wider portfolio beyond that.
And the challenges of getting into these other markets, what are they, and how do you plan to get into those markets?
Well, as I say, fortuitously we have the route to market, so the physical importation thereof and making it available through the sales teams locally is not as big a barrier for us as potentially it is for others. So that box obviously is relatively easy to tick. The bigger challenge thereafter is to engage with the consumers, to explain the difference in flavour profile, which we find the biggest strength for the brand, and I think for Irish whiskey in general. Its flavour profile, its lighter, sweeter, smoother taste is something that today's consumer is really being drawn to and very appealing to them. And so making sure that we've got the right marketing plans in place, that we're communicating that differentiation at the point of purchase with the consumers, with the bar trade. But the formula is there. I don't mean to be facetious, but we've had 29 years now of very strong growth on the brand. We believe we've got an approach and a strategy. Not saying it doesn't need to evolve and need to grow and develop and be adapted region by region, but the fundamentals are still very much at the fore of what we seek to do when we go to various parts of the world, be that Asia or Africa.
And is that spearheaded by primarily Jameson and then bringing the other brands in along underneath that?
And ultimately that was the IDL philosophy back in the day. When Pernod Ricard took over, there was a single-minded focus to say we need a point to the spear, so we need to go in with Jameson and start the role of bringing Irish whiskey to those markets through the medium of Jameson. But then clearly you get the opportunity thereafter to talk to the super premium drinker, speak about Redbreast, or even the luxury consumer in Asia is a fantastic opportunity for us to tell the Middleton stories. So as I say, I think we've got real clarity in terms of what we're seeking to do and how we would wish to see it come about.